always try number 2 with YouTube. But welcome everyone. I hope my mic is working pretty well, but welcome. I know I'm a little late. It's more 8:17 that time. Trying to get this working, but welcome. Happy Halloween, everyone. I still gotta look at my camera right there. But yeah, welcome to our Halloween episode. For y'all who are tuning in into the future, those of you who are not alive, I will give a little rundown. This is my Halloween costume. I know it's not probably technically much, but this is essentially my Mr. Hyde costume with the hat. I know it's not a top hat, but I thought it worked pretty well with the character. I mean, especially lower rimmed, and if I get my hair kind of down here, I think it gives the vibe of a Mr. Hyde. And with the dress shirt and with the oversized kind of jacket, I feel that kind of works. I know my stuff is kind of moving around, so hopefully it doesn't sound bad. Maybe it's better if it's on the shirt compared to on the jacket, because the jacket needs to move around a lot compared to the shirt. But welcome to our Halloween special. But yeah, this is not gonna work out too well for me mic wise, so sorry about audio issues. If anything sounds weird or bad, I know I have a lot of fabric on me, so hopefully it'll work out okay. I guess I'll just go back on the jacket just for now, because it'll work. We might have to take off the jacket just because, I got big sleeves. I even had to roll them up, but yeah, but we're here. We're in the spirit. We're in Halloween City right now, not Halloween Town, because that's a good movie. I don't know. I'm just going to be rambling. So yeah, but hope y'all enjoy the costume. I don't have the right pants on, so this is all you're going to be seeing, I know. And the shirt's all messed up with the collar up, but I think it works, so. I got that Hyde face, so I can be nice, clean Mr. Jekyll. Dr. Jekyll. And then, scary Hyde. I know, I'm just having fun. But yeah, welcome to the live stream unboxing. Of course, I'm Justin the Zilla, and we'll be looking at a really cool figure today. I just remembered I'm forgetting stuff, so I might have to go out and get it, but I can't right now because, we're starting. But we'll be opening a really cool figure today. Hat might go too if I switch over to the camera. We'll see. We're just vibing tonight, so we'll see how it goes. But of course, with every live stream, we have to always do, a weekly pickup, and I did actually get something this week. I think just yesterday or the day before, can't remember now. But at Walmart, they had the ultimate Jigsaw figure from Saw, and they had him for $8 whole bucks. $8. Because no one was buying this. I wasn't buying this. I didn't really care that much, but I was like, you know what? I like Jigsaw, and $8, not bad at all when it comes to getting a figure or, messing around with stuff. But, it's a cool figure. You get John Kramer there, and then you get Billy the puppet there, nice little mask, and you get that head saw trap thing, and a couple little accessories like a knife, some hands, and you even get the puppets, his little tricycle. So that's cool. All that stuff, and cool Mac detail. So I don't know if we're ever gonna open this on the stream. Maybe not. It might be like something, like next month. But I'll have to see. But this is our pickup, kind of in the spirit. It makes sense. It's spooky month. It's about time. I'm gonna get this I'm gonna just try to get this however I can because I want to look like Mr. Hyde. Uh, I know I'm having too much fun with this, but yeah, cool little figure. Nice to get something kind of interesting because I'm not really a big Saw guy, to be honest. I've never really seen the movies in total, but I watch clips. I watch all the rundowns and the videos talking about all of the character stuff that goes on. So, and John Kramer, he's iconic. He's an iconic character, and you got to get Billy. You got to get the puppet. So, pretty cool, pretty nice. So, yeah, what does it say? Includes Billy with tricycle, reverse bear trap, tape recorder, removable blade, interchangeable heads and hands. Excuse me. But yeah, nice. Yeah, it's like it looks really good. It looks like a cool figure, so I can't wait to open it. Really, but for $8, it's a steal. You don't really get that too much with Walmart, but also at Walmart they had the new the battle kind of 2-pack of movie Leo and Shredder, which is essentially a re-release of the two figures, but Leo just has he has like a different head. He's a little bit more beat up, but it's pretty cool. I didn't pick it up because I already have the original Shredder that came in the Splinter and Shredder 2-pack, and I have the original movie Leo. I like that one far enough. Sorry, I'm going to get my sleeves going. My sleeves are all stuck. There we go. Because all my sleeves aren't done up. But I think we're going to move on, though, because that's it for weekly pickups. Nothing very much else going on. Staying busy. Tomorrow's Halloween. Today is Halloween's Eve. Saw my dentist today, so if any good day, it's this. Pearly whites aren't so white today, but that's because I just ate dinner, so I'm kind of out of it. But in any case, do we want to? I think we can just get right into it. This really adds a lot. It adds a lot of weight and look to it. And sorry if this mic is all. So be wary of that. I'll try to be a little bit more wary of that. I just don't really know where to put the mic. I guess I can go down here. You just don't see it, but it's right there. So hopefully y'all can hear me well. But we're all dressed up. We're ready to go for Halloween. It's spooky night. It's spooky season. I gotta watch. I don't know if I want to watch a Jekyll and Hyde movie. There's not really that much they can really stream, but definitely maybe a Frankenstein movie because with the theme. But yeah, super excited, super thrilled for this season, and welcome y'all who are joining the stream. Be sure to chat it up. Hopefully my live chat is working. It's right there. So there we go. But yeah, I think we're gonna hold off no more. Probably we're skimming through because I'm just rambling for 10 minutes, but I think we'll get onto our figure for the night. I will scoot up a little bit. Excuse the thing, and we will do something real quick. We're gonna switch over, and there we go. There is our, I can get it all in frame. There's our figure of the night, the Frankenstein's creature from Fourhorsemen Studios, the Figure Obscura Frankenstein's creature. And look at this. This is a amazing box. It looks really cool. It looks amazing, really. It's like you have the actual creature design there on the front with the stitches right there, with the eyes, the flowing hair, and then the kind of like the coat he wears there, and all the more stitches all down there, the little cuffs around Frankenstein's creature, kind of like a splatter kind of thing in effect, and then the whole background where you have like the townspeople who are going after him, and the little hill and the tree and the full moon, all the clouds, more foresty kind of details there, and it's a beautiful looking box. It looks amazing. And then, of course, on the side you have the Figure Obscura with the key right there, and then just more of your foresty kind of painterly design there. And then actually on the other side you do have the rest of the mob that's coming on, so that's really cool. You get all those flames and stuff going on, and then the rest of that little hill or mountain, and then there on that you get your little websites to check out the Fourhorsemen, the Fourhorsemen Studios. At the top you have some nice kind of like working kind of like biology and nervous systems and little tech, and then you have your Four logo up there with your little window of the figure, and then at the bottom have your little copyrights, have your barcode, have your Fourhorsemen logo there, and then all your item info. Choking hazard, not for children. I mean, look at it, it's a rotting corpse that's, entirely kind of encased in what, that's all sewed up, essentially, with all those sewing stitches. So, yeah. And then on the back, do have a nice little of more kind of like papers going on there with little tools and biology. I mean, look at that. That's insane. That's cool. But then you have a nice little like an illustration of the creature, little tools beside. Kind of like that's like a little sketch. So really cool. And then on the back you have this big rundown where essentially it gives you the whole history of the original book of Frankenstein. Like of Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley. So that's really cool that they give you a whole rundown. I'm not going to read it here, so I'll just hold it there. And if you want to pause and read it, you can. But yeah, but it's really, really cool. I do know the story in the book because I've watched some videos about it. Of course, I haven't read the original book myself, but I probably should because it's probably really good. Because I have read the original Dracula, and that was fun. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead. Of course, with their boxes, their little cover piece does come off here. And then usually, there's a little insert. So you have a little Frankenstein's lab going on here with all these vials and giant windows. It looks like it's kind of like a lightning and thunder out there. It's kind of, it's very much like a painterly type look there. Hopefully, my mic, I know my jacket is probably echoing, hopefully, or not, but we'll see. But yeah, nice little details there. You have a nice kind of like a purple kind of warmish tone that goes from there to there, so it works out very well. Nice little candle light. So yeah, really cool. We'll probably just put that in the back here. Trying to get this mic situated. I'm trying to get him. Yeah, we'll have it a little closer. I think it'll be better that way. So yeah, and then there's our figure here. We're gonna get this back here, and of course it is just the same box as we looked at, but now here's the window of the figure here. All of its accessories, and there it is there, and then with more of those kind of like those little lab note details, a little skeleton that's saying hello, Frankenstein's creature, and the same logo as the cover, and then some more kind of anatomy, your tools and writing, even kind of like stuff on the side you don't see, some more kind of like notes and tools and how to get things to work together when they're body parts, and like the brain more kind of anatomy. So yeah, really, really cool. A very cool design. And of course, you can see the alternate heads, all the little tools, and then of course the actual lab equipment back there. So yeah, great packaging as always. Yeah, from before. Excuse me, my mic was covered. But yeah, but great packaging overall, as usual when it comes to Fourhorsemen. I think I'm going to take my jacket off because I don't want to deal with it anymore. And the hat. Okay. Now we're going into good old Dr. Jekyll mode, I would say. Ugh. That's such a heavy jacket too, so it's going to hold me back. All right. You can't see, but we are entirely broken down a little bit. So no more sleeves. I just got my white shirt on, so this will make it a little bit easier, a little bit cooler to work with. So yeah. All right. I think we're ready to finally get this figure open. I mean, I've been waiting ever since, yeah, they had this really put up. I mean, yeah, because when I ordered it, because this had a limited kind of like an order frame, I think it was like technically the like second week of October it went up, I think. I can't quite remember. But I got it literally last minute that it was on the website. It was literally like actually at because it ended on that day like at midnight, and it was already like 11:50 p.m. and I was like, I need to get this, and it's like I literally got it right like the minute before it was like midnight. So I'm very lucky, that I got this, and I'm glad it came in early because I wanted to do this for you guys for our little Halloween stream, because since Halloween's tomorrow, I know that, but to have our little special little Wednesday live stream because I'm not working either, so it works out. But yeah, without further ado, I think we will finally get this figure open. I'll stop talking about it. You do have two tape pieces up here. I don't know if you can see. You got one there. You got one there. One at the bottom and one there as well. I think I'll just cut from the bottom. I think that'll make the most sense in this scenario. I think just like the other ones. Yeah, like the other the Figure Obscuras I got. So go ahead, get our trusty X-Acto going on here. We're gonna open this up. There we go. We're gonna that away now, as to not cut ourselves. I am preparing for twist ties, but it seems like we won't have that many. Get this guy open. Our little insert there, and of course, the bottom of our box first, we do have a little like a silicone gel bag. It says "Do not eat." Dissectant. Guess that kind of helps with the moisture in there. If it has like actual clothing or something, and then of course you do have a little warning from the company. Good old. Like it's Hasbro and it's the Fourhorsemen Studios. But Fourhorsemen, it makes sense because these are actual like collectors like figures. Like you have to be careful to not break them. So we're not going to push it too much today. We'll put that and that over there. Let me give this a little more room. There we go. That feels a little better. Maybe even back up just a little bit. I know I'm moving my camera all around, but this is a big guy. I didn't expect this to be this big. Well, it's like I've had the box for a bit, but I just didn't plan for it to be this big. But look at that. Here's our tray, and then we will get out our little insert here. But first, here's just the full empty box. And then there's the actual insert, which is actually really nice. It's a whole kind of like a very purple, dark kind of lightning storm going on here. So that's really cool. So this one I might actually keep and probably actually use for my pictures. But here's our guy. Here is our Frankenstein. Maybe we'll move the camera just a little bit. Get it a little bit over here. There we go. This guy in frame. Look at that. That looks so cool. It's nice to see a whole tray obscure. And of course, we got our little book back here. That's always the thing you got to remember with Figure Obscura too. You're paying that higher price point, but there's always a reason. One, because of the quality, and because of the amount of accessories. Also, the fact that you do get a little booklet about said creature, at least for all the ones that I've gotten. I don't know if this is character designed by, but we do get a little Fourhorsemen. It uses the same art as used on the packaging. And on the inside, the same as the background. Here, then your Fourhorsemen and your Figure Obscura logo. Frankenstein's creature character designed by Eric Treadaway. Artwork by Nate Bearschick or something. Content by Jeremy Girid? Yeah, or Girid. Excerpts from Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley. Created by Eric Treadaway, Jim Preziosi, and H. Eric Cornboy Mays. Love those guys. One of the well-known, popular Modern Prometheus. Okay, so they give a little, it seems like a breakdown of Mary Shelley and her, and her story, and then how they want to kind of capture that in the Figure Obscura. If you guys want, I'll get it this way, and you can read it. So care to. I won't read it. I'll read it on my own time, but here's an excerpt from the chapter 5 with the little artwork imaging right there. Pretty cool. And then that kind of continues on with more artwork there. An excerpt from chapter 11. More artwork with the same artwork. The townspeople continuing on that chapter. Chapter 24. More excerpt. Also my victim. Continuing on from that excerpt with more drawings art that's also on the packaging. I do like how they incorporate a little art and actually like a little note, so that's cool. Or of the the excerpt, excuse me. And then continuing more, I assume this, wow, like, they're giving like that whole chapter. And then more kind of facts about, about Mary Shelley. Just a lot of stuff. And and also about Fourhorsemen Studios. Were really cool. So, yeah. Be sure to check them out. And then a last page with these little notes and a weird, I guess, head that comes with that. I guess that's kind of the interpretation or thought. So that's cool. Then the back again, that Fourhorsemen logo, sourcehorseman.com. Nice to have a little booklet like this. Oh, that was actually kind of nice. You get your color, get your black and white. Always love, some black and white kind of versions stuff. Even with the Village People, works very well with the art style. So yeah, really cool. Always nice to get a little booklet. We're gonna throw these away because I don't care about them. we'll leave the book. So that's really cool. That's awesome. It does remind me, I do need to go get something. So I'm going to see if I'll have time. But I'm going to mute my mic, and because I do want to compare the actual booklet and the art there compared to something that I have here in my house. So I'll be right back. Y'all enjoy a nice close-up of the creature, kind of and of his accessories there. We'll be right back. All right, so we are back now, and we do have a little thing I do want to compare this design, at least the artwork version, if you will, with it'll be in frame with this. It is a Mythical Monsters little soft cover book here, which is essentially a list of different monsters throughout all of the decades, fictional, made up. It has and it has like really cool designs. So there's a lot of like ancient kind of creatures and all their different designs just to show off. But we will, like this, like what the heck? That's insane. But in any case, we are going to get to our main creature, because this was like the first time I really saw the original Frankenstein design, is from this book, where it is actually is very much based on the original, the Mary Shelley, but artwork is like insane. They still have the same kind of like the stitches kind of thing on the body. With this is a little bit actually more on the face as the design there compared to that. And he's a lot more skinnier, but looks pretty cool. It's like, of course, this one I think is a little bit more, kind of stylized, but it actually does work pretty well, and they're close, so it's cool. And then even has a whole bio and the size comparison. Then they even give some geometry about the character. Then you can see again the different kind of art style, how this one kind of does have a more of like a skeletal face with this design and with the gloves, and has like a giant, like a poncho kind of thing. And he's in the Arctic as usual, and then also a size comparison with different artwork. He does have the cover, but he's a little bit more, I don't know, he just has a more of a regular face compared to that. Unless it's like a skin flapping, but he has a more of a skeletal face. He doesn't have a nose there. I mean, and he does there, so. Yeah, but pretty unique design, and I think it is pretty close compared to, well, compared to the figure. I guess it doesn't really, can't really see it, but you can see it's like where the aspects of the character is being interpreted, where this has the more pieced together kind of jacket compared to this in this book. So wanted to give that a shout out, because I've had this book ever since I was a kid, and some of these designs are like just like basic, but some of these are like really creepy, very alien. Oh yeah, then the Yowie, the Yeti. I mean, look at that. That's horrifying. So yeah, but cool monster book, and makes sense. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. And there is a King Kong, and also a Godzilla, if I will say. Because, where is he? Where's my Godzilla? Page 70. Just because we gotta. I mean, it's just in the Zilla. Because look at that. They even have a whole Godzilla page. He has like a weird kind of like proportion. Like his head is super big. I think it's just kind of like a straightforward view, like he's looking up. But, you got the dorsal fins. You got all that. He's a little bit more green, and for some reason they still use the same art as that, which is like terrible compared to this. Like, this art's really good. It's kind of like a Final Wars X kind of Showa design, so that's really cool. And he's humongous, so that's really cool. And then that size comparison, and they're like, where? It's like Marshall Islands, Japan. I guess has traveled the world in print and film, but his origins lie in the island of Lagos, a tropical region devastated during World War II. They do mention that. Wow, I'm surprised that they would, but but yeah, really cool. And also, Kong's here too. Weird design, weird big-headed, but I get it that that's the style that they're going for. But cool. So look there, New York. So yeah, really cool. What the dragon? I don't know, but yeah, really cool book. Kind of was the first time I ever saw this original kind of book design of the character. So, well, it's nice to see it represented this way. It looks really cool, but finally get going. So here's our two trays. I guess I think we'll first get to our second tray, get all of our accessories out, and we'll just go through them as we get them out, because there is a lot. So first thing, get out this little base here. It's kind of all, it's kind of supposed to be like a metal piece that's painted white, but it's chipping. That's cool. And then you have a bigger version of that. It's just like the same kind of basic design, but this just has like smaller kind of stubbier sticks here. So yeah, pretty cool. I assume that's going to be for the table, I assume. And then do have a little display here, the separate base on the top there. And this is just a plastic. It's kind of a tough plastic, so I'm not going to push it, but very nice. Very cool. And then also get a little kind of like a base attachment piece with a metal rod going up with the same white and with the chips. I assume that's supposed to go onto this guy. There we go. We have this hole stand right there. The next in the tray, we're going row by row, is the skull. Just your basic skull. It is actually hollow on the eye, so that's really cool. Has no mouth articulation. It looks like it would, but sadly it does not. You can't get it. And then you just have a hole there, so you can probably put it on a body, but it actually looks really cool and actually kind of realistic. It feels great. I assume that this is supposed to go in here. Feel like that makes sense. Yeah. So if you want to display that, I guess that's really cool. Oh, knocking over my camera, excuse me. I'm going too fast already. So then I do have another head sculpt, which is kind of like a skeletal with different like parts on it. It's like I know it's supposed to be like this thing, I assume. It looks about the same, but it has like a weird, like a stretched out face, has like gray kind of paint, has like weird buck teeth, kind of like dead eyes, like literally. So yeah, so this might be like a doctor, like a Frankenstein kind of thing. It even has a little skull. So this was maybe like the before, like so yeah, before he kind of refined with the design of the creature. Like this was like his first kind of test run. I assume that can also be displayed. Can it be? Let's see. No, his chin is way too big for it. So, oh well, but we'll keep the skull in there though. So I think we'll just keep that like that. I should really just put these on camera, should I? Instead of just talking about it and you guys don't see it for the rest of the show. Even if I just do this, I'd be doing my job. I gotta present. I gotta look good. Just getting carried away because I didn't really prepare that much for this stream. I didn't have a lot of time. But we're doing what we're doing. This is just a vibe. Then next hand is a holy bone hand. So that's kind of cool. It's curved and it is articulated. I can see paint. Yeah, there's probably a lot of paint on there, so are going to be difficult. Don't mind that. I've been doing yard work. Being an adult. But yeah. Hinge back and forth, so that's nice. I think that's going to be the same for about every hand I think we're going to be looking at today. So here is we'll get the loaf out, our double set of kind of splay hands. Yeah, kind of like more open hands. We'll put them the right way. They are like that all yellow with the black nails, stitches that are all around with a nice dark wash on top of it. Looks so good. I like that the stitches are in different places. Like you have one that's around the wrist and one that attaches to the fingers. And then you have one that attaches to the middle of the fingers and then attaches with the thumb. And that is with the rest of the body. So that's really, with the rest of the hand. So that's really cool. They're all different designs and then still side to side hinge there, side to side there. Not as much pain, so it's a little easier to move those hands. But then get to, I think this is our actual little table here. Look at this. We got these little pieces. Get that tape out of here. Have your two leather strap pieces. You have a smaller one and also a bigger one here. So they all have 4 holes, 2 on each side, and it's that very basic leather kind of texture there with a nice black kind of base, and then it looks like a brown, like a dry brushing. So looks really good, done very well. And it's like, and they're rubbery too, so feels like you're going to have a lot of room to be able to keep everything. Then this thing, does this have a thing? It's just packed very well. There we go. Then you have this little contraption, which is like a little turn thing, has wire all wrapped around it. I assume you're supposed to untangle this. Yeah. You do have an actual, you have a wire there and a wire here. Okay. So it's like, I guess, 2 little wire pieces there, and they just wrapped around, but I assume it's supposed to kind of be like hanging somewhere or sitting somewhere, so you'll have these wire pieces kind of just dangling around, but we'll see. Or they have to attach somewhere. But that's a nice little contraption. Those little gold pieces, little turn kind of thing here. It's kind of like, I guess, like an electrical thing where he like turns it, or it's to move the actual, like the table there. So they're really cool and nice little details you can all see there. So really nice, really cool. And then I think this is the actual base of the, that's those, the base of the table, the actual one. This is going into the rod into it. Is maybe this? No. Does it? I don't know if that does. I think the table itself has something, so I guess we'll see. But that just has a specific peg hole shape, and it's just a, it's just a plastic piece with, some metal paint. But very cool, very nice. And then to end off this pack, we do have you have 4 different pairs of little chains here. First tray is done. So yeah, we got 4 different chains. You have these ones that are much bigger chains. Then you have small ones. The smaller but kind of longer chain. Oh, they're about the same length in chain. Might even just be just the same size. It is, so it's just a smaller cuffs. So the chains are the same, but you get two big cups and then two small little cups there. And I assume these can open. Not quite sure, but I'm not going to push it. I assume, well, yeah, well, maybe you're just supposed to, like, yeah, just feed them through the arm. So they're probably stuck on there because they do feel pretty solid. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to move there. There's our, I'll get you over there. Get our table base over here because now it's time to get to our last tray. The actual pieces here. We'll lay him down too. To give y'all what kind of look this guy. There we go. So yeah, so here's our pieces. I guess we'll just go all the way to here. This is gonna be so weird to get out. Ugh. It was very difficult already. There we go. Took a little doing, but here we have actually a bigger, of a more wider little headpiece there. And it's a lot more rounder. This one is a little bit more, yeah, it's a little bit more cylinder. One is more of like an actual full circle. So maybe this is the one that we can put a weird head in. It does look bigger. It fits. Look at that. It doesn't feel like secure. It doesn't feel as secure as the skull feels. The skull feels perfect for this. This is like, but I think we'll just be doing that for now. Because I think that works. Looks pretty cool if he wants to sit up straight there. And we'll get the skull back here. Get that. He's looking at you. Yeah. There are things there. And then get to these weird little books here. You got one. Okay, so these are actually really nice. You have first this black book with these purple little accents around there on the corners, and then like a sun design, and also a belt with the same color thing kind of wrapped around there. It does have a peg hole, but has nice little page details that are all painted. Looks all worn out on the inside, but it looks really cool. Yeah, this is a really nice little book accessory. I assume this is kind of maybe more like a magic kind of book, but you know, but this is, yeah, like yeah, about Frankenstein we're talking about. So we do have some more kind of traditional books with also a belt around, but this one is a all brown with just two little gold pieces there. Just some more cleaner book there too. So it's pretty nice to have a basic book as well. We'll get one there. And then our final book is a nice clean little green one with a gold plate. There's some kind of designs there and some next there. And then it's a really thin book, so not a lot of pages and very clean. So this is actually really cool. This is kind of like a journal, it kind of feels like. So really cool, and has the other hole there as well, but they can just stand up just fine. And then also get a little kind of like a loincloth piece. I would assume goes around him. You take off all the clothing there. That's all plastic too. Yeah, nice. It's all weathered. I'm all tattered up. Of a little looser on the back there. Has like one huge string there. So yeah, pretty cool and nicely, yeah, like a nicely painted and done. Put that right there. You know. I guess we'll just keep going with our other accessories. This one I really don't want to break. This is a little. I don't know if this is like a time or kind of like a thing there. I don't know what this is, but it's really cool. It's weird and wacky. Weird stuff going on there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see. Maybe that doesn't go. Ugh. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where does this go. I might just have to get out like the rest of the pieces just to figure out, but if it doesn't work there, it doesn't work there. I don't know what the heck. Unless it goes the base, but that doesn't work. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna figure it out, but a nice little cool piece, but I don't know. We'll have to, yeah, we'll have to see. Move this back over. Because then we do have three little, what? Three little bottles or vials, like little spray bottles. I don't know what the, or it's just like a bottle, I guess. But they're like just an all black kind of color, and it seems like they're all the same design. Yeah. So I guess it's just just extra kind of little nuggets just to add, and maybe they're kind of more described it in the book. Actually have stuff that looks like this. Got your last bottle there, same design, same everything. Has a little line there, pretty good, pretty cool. Little guys there. Then are gonna get out. Well, we'll get out. I think it'll make more sense to get out the feet, creature's feet, Frankenstein. Like, you know, like it has like a section on the end of the foot, you know, where I guess it's lost its stitches or where the stitches just weren't done. So you can see the blood's been kind of flowing as he's been going, but you have the stitches that continue there, the top of the foot, and then when that comes down, that connects to the toes there. And they're kind of actually like a bluish, kind of like a black there, a very yellowish tone. Then you have your little articulation there, and also ankle rocker there. So you know what we're looking forward to in articulation. Feet, other foot, actually an all clean foot. So that's pretty neat. And same articulation, back and forward, and rocker. Pretty good. And then I guess we'll finally get out this table. I don't know how I'm gonna get this guy out. I guess like that. I guess it's that easy. I put the whole thing sideways, but it's here. Here's our Table here has some rust, little details on the end there and on the corner, but very clean. It looks very cool. There's your two little, kind of like your nubs here, two like little pieces there. They're rounded, and then I guess that's like your little size kind of change up there. I know this probably isn't the best angle for this, but here it is, a nice little mechanical kind of details. It's really cool. And with that and a little wheel. So I guess this is your, would be like your base. So that works pretty well there. Yes, I don't think he articulates. At least I don't think so. And then the next thing would really be the straps. So those would be inserted here, I assume. The smaller one for the feet. Get it going. There we go. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, so that's there. We also get another breast piece right there. That's pretty cool. Then we have our big one. Other strap right there. We'll have it all done up when we have our creature, but there's at least that. I don't know anything else goes with this guy. I have to like research this, or they gotta have like instructions. Because I'm not that smart when it comes to my stuff. Because like I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know what this is. There's our initial table. Pretty cool. And then, oh, wait a minute. I totally forgot. Oh, first that. But yeah, I forgot that this piece that goes onto this. So you do have your little table because that connects on that. I don't know why I didn't connect that earlier. I just wasn't thinking. But yeah, then there's your table there. Pretty cool. And then I guess if you want, we'll do it for the display. To display your little head pieces here. Our guys there. Books here, little tool here. I guess that actually would work better on the table. Excuse me. We're gonna make our little scene here. If I can figure out what to do with these wires without breaking them. I'm trying to get all my stuff working. Come on. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is not gonna work. Why is there like a giant why is just one giant wire? Is there any way I can get this to feed through? There we go. There we go. Even it out. Oh. It's not going to be perfect, but it's on there. Get this thing on there, I guess. Our little cups here. And that's really cool, actually. Kind of nice to have. It kind of works out very well, and even if I guess if you wanted to have at least one or even two books on there, I won't go for three, and I feel like this one is just kind of out of place, to be honest. Yeah, that's actually really cool. You can have like the option to do all that. I just don't know what that hole's for. I don't know if something goes there, but I guess we'll see, because now it's time for our monster. We're gonna actually move this, because I don't want to drop this thing. We're gonna get out our first pieces, and we'll get out our figure. Okay. There he is. I don't want to knock anything over, but there's our guy. Right there. We're going to get him out. Doing it live. He has another twist tie. So I guess you'll have to see this part anyways. I was trying to avoid that so you didn't have to watch me be all struggling with this thing, but there we go. Here's our end of our packaging there, and all of our stuff going on. Get this straightened out. Get this going. Here we go. I just already knocked over stuff. Oh yeah. We'll just get him. I think we're gonna do, hold up. Be prepared. Lower it down. Here we go. But before we get into the actual figure, we'll get into his other heads. He has this more angry bald head here, with stitches in the front there, little red, and even behind the ear, you have just your regular hole there, all snarling with, with the black lipstick, like green eyes. So pretty cool. And then you have another bald head, say more kind of like a serious kind of like, just a more kind of like intimidating, kind of more neutral kind of look here, but same detailing. Stitches actually has some veins going on there. I didn't even notice on the other one that it did have those same veins, but it does. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but here's our Frankenstein over here. Look at that guy. He looks really cool. I mean, you have the different head sculpt of that more kind of wandering and kind of teeth bearing, but has the actual long hair going on there, and with the scar in the front, and then you have these stitches that go around the neck and also on the whole torso there, but with that yellow kind of corpse kind of like skin. But he's very actually kind of buff, like he's pretty toned for a dead guy. Well, an undead guy. Then you have the fur coat that kind of goes in there. It's kind of furry on the inside. You don't get that detail on the rest of it. I kind of wish it was like that, but if it's actually just like that, where it's just furry like that, it is cool though. It gives it a more different kind of feel of the figure. It's very much just like a weird looking, like a guy on the street but then just have like all of these stitched up. Like he also had to just make all of his own clothing, yeah, from like scraps. But he found some pretty nifty scraps. I mean, now look at that. It's pretty sharp. And then with the arms, just a bicep kind of there, a little bit buffer still. But you have some stitches that go, that go along there and around the whole wrist there. And same kind of hand stitches as the other hands, as per each one, but they're holding grip hands. And this one even has a whole different thumb. I didn't notice is kind of different. It's a little bit more significant here. It's a little bit more darker in the paint compared to on the hand. It's a little bit more casual, but you can see it's a totally different thumb, and it's kind of like actually decayed compared like to this thumb. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe this is kind of like, yeah, but this is supposed to represent his hand like a little bit later. Like this is like early on, like it was still kind of rotting. It was starting to rot, but now it's like really rotting. So that's really cool. Like it might be like a time difference because he's in this look now. And then you have the stitches that, that kind of mirror the ones up here. You have a band here, and then one, and then it kind of wraps around the rest of the forearm there, compared to how it just kind of moves up the forearm, and then just your basic shoulder and bicep, and then take off the jacket. It's pretty easy. It's just a rubber piece there. Pretty good. My dog's going insane. On the back, ooh, this is kind of crazy. It's just kind of like it's all just loose on the back there. There's like no stitches. All like just flaps. I was going crazy. But yeah, pretty buff. He's kind of like hunched over. Well, that's because of the torso, but then he does have a six-pack, and it's all the way down, but has actual like fabric hands here. It's all like tattered up at the top and has just like a little like a rope around it. So it's all like dirty black ragged pants with like holes in it. Works pretty well. It's pretty cool. You can even see like the rest of the legs under there. And he does have boots. He does have the correct boots. He does have like the humongous boots, so that's crazy. But then also on the legs, you have that same kind of stitch work. That probably continues all the way up the leg. We can, I guess if we want, strip him down to his basics, because then we can get into articulation. So as soon as it's easy enough, take off the feet. And just slide this off, probably loosen this a bit. But here he is kind of interesting what you see at first. And he does have like a belt that's kind of actually just glued around there. This is so weird. Come on. Okay. Yeah, a little easier. There we go. But there he is without his pants. That's so weird. But then you have the legs there with all that stitch work on each one. So pretty cool. Pretty nice. But then we can put on his loincloth here. Some way. Somehow. I don't really know. Assume he's supposed to wear it, so I don't know. Do I have to take off the legs? Pull them out? am I supposed to do? Because those feet are not going to fit through that. Nothing's going to fit through that. I have to pull this apart? Do it? Yeah, do I have to pull the figure apart? Take off the belt? Because if that's what I have to do, that's insane. Maybe it is. I guess it is. I don't know if I can. This thing is like so scary to move. I don't think I'll be able to do it. What the heck? Yeah, I see it. I see how it's supposed to go. I guess it is just supposed to come out. Because that makes sense, because it's so small. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do that with this figure. Because I don't want to break it, because I think that this whole part of the body is supposed to go, but I just can't get it. So he'll probably just keep his pants on for the rest of the show. But we'll switch up everything else. I mean, we'll just give him just the feet in a moment here. Okay. Okay. Get his pants back on. Tie him up. If they want to. On right. There we go. We're going to get just his regular feet on. Get him going, because I want him to look good. I don't want him to look awkward. Weird without having pants on. There's a giant hole in the front. I can not screw this up. The pants all stuck in itself. Working. There we go. There he goes. There he is. Looking pretty all right. Not the best, but works for him. You know, he's just a dude living his life. Yeah, we'll go over articulation as just a ball with a hinge there. Kind of just expect just a ball joint, but it is just a hinge. So with the hair head, you can look up about that far. Look down about that far. Not bad. I don't know even if the hair is removable. I don't believe so. It feels like, yeah, it's like a big piece. But then out the hair. Use behind the camera strength. Okay. There's our monster, and his head looks up that far. And looks down about that far, which is insane, but it works. Works well. It's just a tight fit. So definitely kind of want to heat this up. I would say at least for the first time. You want to mess with this guy. But look at him. He honestly looks pretty cool. I love this look for my Frankenstein. Yeah. Kind of just like an undead badass. But then going over the rest of articulation, shoulder hinges up that far, comes down and does a full rotation there. You don't have a upper bicep swivel. It's just a single hinged elbow. It hinges about that far, but you do have a swivel there as well. You can probably do even a full 360 if you wanted to, but I gotta be careful and not break this figure. But then at the hand, same thing with all the rest. You get a rotation. You do get an out hinge there. And then at the torso, it's just a ball at the bottom of the torso. So you move back about that far. Oh, and also he does have a belly button, which is pretty neat. And then he goes that far forward, goes that much side to side. I can do rotation there, and I just hula hoop. So pretty nice there. As well as just twist there as well, just regular waist rotation. But then at the legs, you have a upper thigh cut there, as we saw. You have kick forward about that far, even with the pants. Not bad. Kick back not that far. Not bad. Goes out. Pretty good even with the pants. You want to do the splits, probably going to be careful. Yeah, I'm not going to force that leg because that one feels kind of stiff. This one just wants to, like, he can do like karate moves. It's the undead Bruce Lee. It works. And then you have double jointed knees here. I think it's just going to be a little stuck because of the thing. Maybe it isn't double jointed. Is it? Hold up. Double checking. No, it is just a single joint. Okay. Yeah, so just a single jointed knee with rotation there. So single jointed rotation at the knee. And then as we saw with the feet, they hinge forward, hinge back, and have that beautiful ankle rocker. Hey, that ankle rocker, the best. But yeah, but we'll get him suited up to go on the table here. We'll go with the angry bald head, because honestly, I'd be angry too. I was strapped to if I woke up after I died and I was on a table, a different body. I'm all stitched up. We'll give him his alternate hands. Too bad to switch out. A little scary to pull out the hands that came packed in. Of course, they're kind of more shaped to the hole in the wrist, and then just a little bit of force for the more open hands, just because, just because you need to stretch the plastic bit. Of course, this head too is also very stiff, but he looks pretty cool. Not a bad look at all. Never really my favorite from before, but as you know, I always liked just the regular, like the Boris Karloff version, but you know, this guy looks really cool. He looks nice. Really sick. I guess we'll go ahead, get him strapped to the chair. Well, to the table, I should say. To do some surgery, and I think this thing can articulate. Based on what I've seen, unless I'm insane and I'm just Mandela effect. It's a Mandela effect to me. Unless this actually does something. No, I don't think. I don't know if the table moves or not. If someone knows, appreciate if you put that in the comments or something. I'm not being very smart right now, but we're gonna. Guess we can just have them fully strapped up here. I guess it makes sense to just have them like that. Oh. A little beefy, so it's a little bit harder to get the strap on all the way. Good thing the plastic is or stretchy. You got him. He is being held up. Get this going too. The second strap. Right here. Oh, come on. There we go. Like a little feet are up. He's like, oh, I'm so mad. Yeah. There's our guy right there. We'll get little tools. Closer here, we'll get that. Going right there, we'll get the jacket. That gonna stand? Yeah, kinda can. The different heads that he comes with. Get his little loincloth thing that we couldn't get on because it's scary. Oops. Hands. Oh, and also the chains too. We gotta do that too. But then there's the last book and the different hands. So look at all that. All so cool. We'll get this a little closer. But look at that. That's awesome. You can like build a whole scene and a display just like this. It looks great. Altogether, it looks really amazing. A great amount of accessories, so you have lots of stuff to literally play with, like I'm doing. Like I'm literally playing with this toy. Hopefully I can get it out of these straps without breaking them. That's the part I didn't even really think about. It's having to get them off too and get this figure actually pretty strapped down now. Here we go. I'm going a little bit more. Just feed them through. There we go. There's our creature doing his thing. Looking cool. We'll just get him right there in the middle. We'll put on at least one of the chains. And do, why not? Do both chains. Even put on one of his other accessories. Which I'm trying to get in there. It does not want to go in. Really trying to get this. I don't know why it's not going in. Why it's refusing, because it fits perfectly. Just then doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. It does come with this little bone hand, as we saw earlier. There kind of is on the figure. He's like, what happened to my hand? It's like, and that's a really small, so that doesn't feel like that works for good old Frank. His hands look much bigger than that. So maybe that doesn't work for him, but I don't know. My mic's still working, it is. That's good. 2 likes, 2 viewers, thank y'all. Use the chat if you want to see anything or want to look at anything or have any suggestions what you want to see. But this looks so sick. This is awesome. I even give him, we want to just give him the whole jacket. I mean, because when I think of like the Mary Shelley, like the Frankenstein, I always think of like the long hair with the jacket in the Arctic. I guess exactly, like as the book kind of shows, kind of describes. This isn't working. There we go. We'll get this back on. And it still has the chains, which is actually kind of cool. Look, could even do a chain on one of the feet. Yeah, because if he still has, I'm thinking if he still has the bare feet and the regular hand, he still has this little foot chain. You probably don't really see it is there. Even if it's at like the front, probably a little bit of a better angle to see it. Like he's got like he got rid of one. Also probably because my ground is the same kind of brownish, kind of rustic color, so it doesn't work that well, but I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty alright. Pretty sick. Yeah, but I think we're gonna go ahead onto the next segment of the show because we looked over accessories numerous of times now. Everything we're gonna back up a little bit more because we have some big guys coming who might even need more room. So we'll see what's going down. We will bring in kind of everything in to the front here. Kind of get everything situated. The loincloth over here just to have more room. First, we are going to be looking at, for comparison's sakes, at the Figure Obscura Headless Horseman. Figure that I love, and this is the regular, like the retail kind of version. It's not the red and a black one. It is the kind of like the more orange and purple, with the green flames instead of the red. The colors of the flames, and also the horse with the red eyes and the red hoofs, and with this one has the green hoofs and the green eyes. But a really cool figure. I really do like it. I can't get it ever perfect, at least for me. But this is the same line, so kind of feels like it kind of works together. He has like more kind of armor-ish stuff going on here, and Frankenstein is very basic, but they look really cool together. They look awesome. Even if getting a little bit closer look at them side by side, we might just stay at this angle, honestly. Ooh, let's get that. We're gonna come up just a little bit. We want to back up. I don't know. I think this works. I like this angle. There's our, oh God, there's our guys. Really cool. Put him back here. The next, we're gonna do another Figure Obscura, the more kind of horror, kind of monsterish, mystical, with the mask of the Red Death. That actually uses a lot of cloth. I've never taken off the cloth, I think, fully, but he looks really cool. And they kind of work together, like you can see. It's definitely like the same kind of style. And like they definitely work in the same kind of universe, but that very weirdly different monsters, where this is man-made. This is a more kind of like ethereal kind of nature kind of represented death. They just have a really cool looking dude right here. And they look really good together. So yeah, pretty nice. And like very different kind of stuff going on, but they all work really well together. We'll have a mask here. That's really cool. Then Frank wants to stay. I know it's like he's just Frankenstein's monster or creature, but we're gonna call him Frank because do what I want to do. But then with another like a figure obscura, but this being the Egyptian god. I totally blanked on his name just now. I knew it at some point, but I forgot right now. But he's really cool. Different kind of theme going on here, but kind of like that man, but not a man, not just a normal guy. This guy's a god, but just looks like a guy in a mask. And this is, a dude, an undead dude. But it does look really cool. They all look great. Then we're more staying on the path of just different kind of monsters, but now stepping away from the Fourhorsemen Studios, we have the Mezco Toys Nosferatu. Or is this I forget what it's called. It's the second version. That has the cloak and the riding coat hat. Just doesn't have really just doesn't have the coffin. It has like a bats kind of effect going on there. I got some little paint. There we go. But these actually kind of work very well. I would kind of see these, and I do like the fact that the monster is very much taller than him. So this is probably what a regular human size is actually, because Mezco is more kind of 1/12 proper. I think that with Figure Obscura, they do kind of stray a little taller, but I think that they do have a good scale and variety that really works for a lot of things. So pretty cool. But Mezco is like true 1/12, and it actually works perfectly with this, especially with this Frankenstein. So really cool, like your classic monster going on there. And then sticking with monsters before we get into other universal monsters. I'm trying to think of my wording, excuse me. We'll go with that and that. Next. That'll be good. That's fine. It'll be at the end. Okay. All right. So now next, using kind of another big monster, a more recent one is the Marvel Legends Man-Thing that I did a couple streams ago, but I put on the comic head and the comic hands on the Werewolf by Night figure, and I think it looks amazing. So, of course, with Man-Thing, he's a little hunched over. So if you have him up fully, he's about that much taller than Frankenstein. So, but they work. They look very cool. And I do have, I might as well pull this one out. I do have, the comic bath, with the movie parts, just without the one leg, because I didn't complete the Build-A-Figure. But I do kind of actually like a more realistic kind of look at this compared to that, where that's more comic based. So we might, I don't know. We want a more? Try it. We'll try it. I'm switching the heads. Why not? It's my show. Do what I want. Easy. Because this is the actual head that came on this Build-A-Figure, because it's based off the show, and that actually looks really cool. every time I'm like, oh, I don't know. I kind of like my comic hat. And then I see this and I'm like, man, that actually works really well. And it has a lot more detail, which is always a plus. They look pretty cool. Look pretty sick. Oh yeah. Where do we want to put him? Ted, you're gonna go all the way back here, but not gonna be seen. You on camera? You're on camera. You're like all the way back there. We're gonna move you over. You up. There we go. Here's our guys. All here to support Frank and his little show. Then getting started with Universal monsters, but you know, kind of going. No, wait. Do we? Okay, we'll stick with the ridiculous. Excuse me, but here's the Frankenstein of Raphael as Frankenstein. Excuse me, or Frankenstein's monster from NECA, which is more based off the actual, like, the movie version, because, you know, it has the flat head with the bolts on the neck. Has, you know, the giant square head, essentially, and then, like, the more jacket-like clothing at the size, so a very different design, but you can see the same kind of stitching that's around this, and then how they do the little pieces where it's kind of like these are all things to each other, even to the boots. I mean, the boots are always huge. Look at that. That's a huge boot. We're gonna move Raph over here. Knocked over Nosferatu. Raph, can you stand? He cannot stand. And so can't Frankenstein. I keep messing with them. I don't want them to fall. Alright, Raph. He usually just stands like that on the shelf, to be honest. We'll keep Raph right there. Okay, Nosferatu. We want to get him back that far? Yeah, that works. We'll get them all the way back there. But then now getting on to actual Universal monster comparisons. Of course, we first got to do with the Frankenstein from NECA, or the Boris Karloff. The first version, excuse me, he has a little bit of dust still on him. I haven't really messed with these figures that much recently. I did redo the shelf like a few weeks ago, but you know, still fresh on the mind. But look at that. I mean, they look great. It's amazing. You can see like a different amount of detail, but it just works with this. And of course, this one is the color version, because why wouldn't I just want this? This is what's out. Looks good. And has the same kind of like the weird hands, but it has like the stitches all over. So that's pretty nice to have that. And then the big boots. He doesn't have his boots, but you know, still the big boots. They're right there. And with the different, it's called, and still with the bolts, with the stuff all there. So, you know, it's like, yeah, like this is like definitely like the more iconic version, but you know, with this original kind of base kind of book design, honestly looks amazing and works well for the character and is awesome. It's very, very well done for both sides. I can get Boris looking over here. I can get you coming here. There we go. Yeah, you guys look great. It's the Frankensteins. We'll get Mr. Karloff back here. Gonna, how do I get this? Keeps wanting to get to Ted. Ted, I need you to look away, sadly. Keeps wanting to look at you. Okay. This thing wants to decide what to look at. Are you gonna just, okay. I know it's a big thing, but like, bro. Focus on it. Why? Always got to be doing something. Can this just like work? Oh my god. Oh hell. Look. Look at this. It's mainly just man thing. It's just because he's there. Is it still just this? The fact that this thing is like the brightest thing in the room. Okay, this needs to go. He causing problems? I don't know what's causing problems. I hate this camera so much. Okay. Anyways, going on with more Universal Monster versions. Of course, I could think you got to do the Bride of Frankenstein. Look at that. Do this because it's probably just want to keep looking at him. Yeah, let's focus on it. But yeah. Look at those two. Very different designs. Very different styles, but they look very, very cool. They kind of pair up okay. Not bad at all. We'll have her front there. There we go. Let's get good old Frank. Looking over there. Chris now wants to immediately look at Big Frank. There we go. Now, getting with our other classic Universal monsters. We have our Dracula. Of course, I don't think we have anything really an action figure form that's closest to the book that I know of. I know we have some Marvel comic versions, but I don't think Dracula really wears armor all the time. But see Dracula next to him looks pretty good. I have him with his cape, but I might have him more. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I do say so myself. They look very great and very kind of like realistic. Maybe I'll move him actually more over here. Give Frank his center stage, but Bella is now stuff. Bella, look away. Please don't focus. We'll get a close up on Frank. There we go. Will that change? I just knocked it over. Like an idiot. Okay. You broken? Anything broken? Not yet. Okay, that's good. Almost 2 hours in. What am I doing? Okay. There's our Frank. All right. Let's back it up. Let's back it up. I'm going to lower this even more. Okay. Head does sit kind of very low on the body. Like it's always like he has to kind of look down automatically, but he still looks pretty cool. Then for another, a NECA, a universal monster, have the Wolfman, played by Lon Chaney Jr. Very cool. Very sick. Actually, like design wise, I think they actually work pretty well. He is kind of ridiculous looking, but that's what he looks like in the movie, and it works. And they're very realistic. With NECA, with theirs, it's very much. It looks like how it did in the movies, at least in my opinion. A little bit more accurate looks, and it looks great. It kind of works with this because this is kind of a more realistic kind of version of a book detailing this guy. Focus on this. It's not going to focus. That's fine. I just got to go for it. And then for our last of the NECA accessories, or for the NECA Universal Monster figures, of course, got to have the Invisible Man. I mean, to be honest, he's my favorite one. And his figure is pretty great. I mean, he is actually a good size compared to the rest, because he's just a dude. He's literally just a scientist. So, size wise, works very well. He looks really cool. Look at that. awesome. The Universal monsters just works so well. It looks so cool. And then, keeping with the Universal monsters, going to a different company, I thought, just to see size-wise how it works. I have the Jada Toys, the Universal Monsters Wolfman, and this is like actual 6-inch, same as the Nosferatu, and man, that is tiny. Because I know, their Frankenstein is probably about like that tall. So you got to think about that compared to this. This guy is humongous compared to just a regular 6-inch. He's definitely more of like a 7-inch. That's crazy. Yeah, but a really cool figure from Jada Toys. Works very well. It's a more of like, I would say, like a more comic or cartoonish version of that, but it still works very well. And it's a lot of fun to play with. And then sticking with Jada, but going over now to, if I can get a good pose out of them. Here we go. Is the Jada Toys Invisible Man, who's even, I would say, shorter. He is tiny next to all these behemoths around here. He doesn't have a lot of friends. It's just him and the Wolfman. But yeah, but this is a great figure. I love this figure so much. It's like nearly perfect. It's amazing. It's so great. I wish that they would be able to make more, but it seems like it's the end. It's been the end, essentially. Our monster here, get Invisible Man in front of the other Invisible Man. We will back him up a little bit just to get more room for our dudes. That's fine. Move that over there. That's cool. And then we'll do next for non-NECA, but kind of bigger, and also kind of sticking, with the Universal monsters, but really traditionally is the Diamond Select Toys Westworld Anthony Hopkins figure. I don't know his character's name from the show, but I use him as the master Talbot, as Larry Talbot's dad. So I gave him the NECA Wolf Cane. So I feel like he kind of works size-wise. He is a smaller guy, but feels more a regular human size compared to all these people. I feel like all the monsters specifically are very much taller than a lot of people. But I don't know. I think they work pretty well, though. It's kind of like between like 6-inch and 7-inch. Like he's a little taller. Like he's more like 6.5, maybe. If I'm right. I got no idea. But, just a human, essentially. That's all you need. We'll get him right here. We'll put him back down. We need to get Frank. Frank needs to stay. Okay. Now we'll get Mr. Talbot. I don't think he'll fit here, but we will try to fit him here. There we go. then also another Westworld figure. I have no idea who this lady is, but size-wise, I think this is actually like kind of perfect, and it works. It's like it makes me kind of wish that we have an actual like a Dr. Frankenstein figure, because that would be cool. But you know, we'll see. But then, kind of keeping with that time period, I guess this is kind of close to it, but getting out the Hellfire Club guy there, I just think it's kind of like, okay, so this is like a fancy guy during this time period, very small, way bigger. It's not even like possible. So insane. Yeah, but all in all, a great Frankenstein figure. A nice kind of way to include this kind of figure. What am I saying? Okay, here, let me get this guy stood up. Or this guy's just not going to be in shot. Whatever. Anthony Hopkins took himself out. We don't enjoy that. We like Anthony Hopkins. He's just an old guy who's very good at acting. Yeah. I can get Anthony to work with me. He's also been like my Van Helsing before, so if you want to think of it that way, you can. But get Frank in here too. Get him looking at the camera. But yeah, overall, this figure is amazing. It looks great. It feels great. It articulates well. You have a lot of variety, a lot of choices of what you want to do with it. And, you know, you get all of those accessories with a table and weird contraptions and different heads and feet. And you can take off all the clothes and put on a loincloth. I couldn't do it this time because I need to heat up the body. But, you know, it's an option. You have the chains, you got the different hands, you got the different heads, ones with hair, without hair. I kind of wish that you could swap the hair out with all the heads, but I get it. You can only do one, and you want to do, I would say, kind of more accurate kind of look. I guess kind of based on the actual book and what they describe. So, you know, pretty cool. Pretty sick. Well, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on them. Look at that. A cool figure. Really cool. All the detailing. Just super well done. Awesome figure, great packaging. Love that you can essentially display your background with this. Let's get you back out here. But yeah, really nice that you can kind of display everything and get everything going and looking good. We'll get you back in here because I think you're gonna work now. No, you're gonna steal the show. I mean, I think everyone is, but oh no, Ted. Feels like you just stick out so much. I like my camera wants to mess with me. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Hope y'all have. I hope y'all have enjoyed this very Halloween edition of our little stream here. I will do. You know what? We're gonna switch over to me. Say our goodbyes. Oh, I just hit my everything. I hit everything. Excuse me, I'm putting my jacket back on, so you hear a lot of noise. It's just me. Ugh. We're getting suited back up. Here, well, actually, I'll just switch it over to me. Because why not? Because it's my show. Do what I want, but we'll switch over. Hello. We're still here. We're doing our thing. Move this. You back a lot more. There we go. Oh. But yeah. This is my Dr. Jekyll look. If you would want to say that, the context of my costume throughout this. But I did take the jacket off. I get the collar now. Of course, Hyde has the collar pop because he's uncivilized. And then the hat, the hair. I got some water. I feel thirsty. To wrap up. Riz, it's already 10:24. It's been 2 hours and 6 minutes since we've been doing this. A long stream. But we're doing Halloween. This looks ridiculous. I'll be honest, this looks really ridiculous. You probably can't hear me because my thing was covered. But we're back to Hyde. I love doing that face. But yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna grab my Frankenstein. Look at that. He's such a cool figure. I'm so glad I can like get like this design that's very kind of like nostalgic because, you know, as we saw, had the book before was what I wanted, what I got. It just looks cool. And it just works so well. Where the heck isn't this page? What page is it? That's the movie. I can't remember. Or like 70? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Where it's that. With that. I mean, like that specifically. Like what I think of. So that's really cool. That actually kind of like it meets my mind's eye of what it should be. And I think, yeah, if a lot of people it does too. So really cool figure. Awesome. But yeah, hope you all have enjoyed this Halloween spooky edition of, you know, our live stream. Our live stream unboxing. So, you know, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, suggest stuff if you want to see something else on this channel besides live streams. Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, I'll admit I did. And I did plan to do a review video on this guy and put it out before Halloween, but I haven't been able to work on it because I've been busy. So maybe do that some point soon in November. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully. But yeah. So check out all the socials. Mainly just Instagram. Everything else is not really worth it, in my opinion. Because, you know, you want to just live and have fun. And that's where all my friends are on Instagram still, so it's the one I use. So, yeah. And then that's also where all my toy photography is. So, you'll see I posted a couple things about, about the Werewolf by Night man thing figure. It's really cool. It's like in the picture I did, so expect that. And then expect a picture tomorrow for Halloween. Because why wouldn't I? And it might involve one of the figures on this table. Which one will it be? Comment below. Engagement. I don't know. It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, yeah. Hope you all have enjoyed the stream. So, yeah, be sure to do all that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support that has been coming my way. But recently, these videos have been doing pretty good, pretty all right. And I'm glad I can kind of do what I want to do, have fun on this show. Get to dress up. It's Halloween. Halloween. I hope you all have enjoyed. So, have a good night. Be good. Be cool. Happy Halloween. I can get this goodbye.